Hey guys, a little impromptu video today. I'm going to compare three lights from the Warrior series, the Olight Warrior series. So we've got the Warrior 3S here to the left, we've got the Warrior Mini 3, and we've got the newcomer here, the Warrior Nano. So I'm going to go through them one by one and just show you some of the differences that help you hopefully decide what's best for you. So this one here, the Warrior 3S, is the first out of all of them that I actually got, and it is super powerful. You've got an SFT 70 emitter in there, proximity sensor, takes a 21700 cell, and by far, it's by far the largest out of all of these lights. If you're looking for something that's just the most powerful version, produces the most amount of lumens, 2300 lumens. I mean, you can't go wrong here. And I've got mine in that sort of classic black color here, dual stage tail switch on the back, and you've also got a side switch here. And the really cool thing is that you've got these little lights here that tell you the battery level here on the side, and also the intensity of the light here as well. So you've got turbo, tells you exactly what mode you're in, which is quite handy. Does have that same proprietary magnetic charging. All Olights basically have proprietary charging. Okay, and it does have a proprietary cell as well, the 21700 cell. Okay, you can only just take off the tail cap. That's it. You can't take anything else off besides tail cap and the clip. Okay, proprietary battery. So moving on to the Olight Warrior Mini 3, I think this is my personal favorite of the lot because it's the one that I carry around the most. And you've got the SFT 40 in there, which is basically the smaller version of the SFT 70. Doesn't get as hot as this one as well, the Warrior 3S. And it's just so easy to carry around in your pocket. The thing just fits in the palm of your hand. Comes in some really cool colors as well. I love this sort of blue transitioning to blue to black transitioning that you see here on this version. The clip's an interesting sort of design as well. And you notice with the new the recent Warrior Mini 3s, Olight actually include a separate part that snaps onto the back of the light here that allows you to invert the clip and put the clip on the back so that you can deep carry the flashlight. Because at the moment, if you try to deep carry this light with the head down, you're not going to get very far there. This top part of the light sticks out of the pocket. Okay, but really powerful light. I mean, considering how small the bezel is, this one here produces the most light, most amount of throw, but this is kind of like a sweet spot right in the middle. Got that 18650 cell as well. And Olight have modified the design of the tail switch as well on the Warrior Mini 3. I think they're probably going to do it on the next model of the Warrior 3. We'll have to see what happens, but you can see here there's like a bit of a space in between the contact terminals near the end where the wireless charger, the magnetic charger, kind of connects on. Okay, uses the same magnetic charger, whereas this one here, it's flatter. It's got a more elegant, low-key sort of design, and there's no space in between. There's a bit of plastic or resin or something in the center. So I actually like this button a lot better than that one. But again, it's a personal preference sort of thing. And the side switch, surprisingly, is again larger than the Warrior 3S, the side switch on the Warrior 3S. So a design change that they made from the Warrior Mini 2 to the 3. Okay, and you've got these crenulated bezels, and I like how Olight basically smoothed down these bezels, because in the original Warrior 3 it was quite sharp, and I found that it was, just a little bit caught onto bits of thread and things in my pocket. Okay, so really nice light. And here you have the Warrior Nano, and the Warrior Nano is the newcomer. It looks very similar to the Warrior Mini 3 at a glance, apart from the actual length of it. I mean, the buttons are the same, the bezel pretty much the same. The clips are almost identical, except the one on the Warrior Mini 3 is a bit longer, just due to the length of the battery tube. Okay, even the switches on the back are the exact same. Okay, but there are some significant differences you've got in here. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's an Osram P9, produces 1,200 lumens compared to 1,700 lumens here on the Warrior Mini 3. So there's a significant difference in output, and of course the battery as well. I've got an 18350 cell compared to an 18650 in the end, and the 18650 has 3 times the capacity at I think 3,400 milliamps compared to 1,100 milliamp hours in this one. But it's just tiny. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're looking for a, you know, the most pocketable, even like a backup EDC flashlight to have with you with tactile functionality, you really can't beat something like this with the Olight Warrior Nano. Of course, there are some compromises, like I mentioned before, but I think Olight have gone the right route here by picking an LED with less output, produces less heat as well for a smaller host like this. So, another thing I thought I'd mention as well is that you can actually swap the battery tubes on both of these. Olight don't say officially that you can do that, but I've done that and I haven't noticed any ill effects to the lights. But yeah, basically allows you to get a shorter tube Warrior Mini 3 if you want, or a extended battery tube for the Warrior Nano. And you'd have to also swap these clips out, and yeah, basically because this clip is a bit longer, and with the longer battery tube in here, you're going to have some, it's going to look a little bit wonky. But yeah, that's about it. Let's cut to the beam shots and see how they compare. The Warrior Nano to the Warrior Mini 3 and the Warrior 3S. Let's start out with the Warrior Nano first. Okay. Lots of light. Okay, look at that diffused hotspot in the center. Quite a large hotspot. But able to get those trees, tint those trees out the back. I wouldn't say there's a whole lot of visibility though. If you look right in the back, you can tell that's a tree trunk, and the rest of the light is just sort of diffused. This here is the Warrior Mini 3, and yeah, this is handling that mid-range mark much better. Okay, TA Warrior Nano to the right. Okay, Warrior Nano, Warrior Mini 3, and you know, it just goes to show. I mean, both of these lights have pretty much the same TIR lens in here, but that SFT40 that you get with the Warrior Mini 3, it's just cleaning up here in terms of that long range performance and overall output. It's doing a great job. Okay, but of course it's a lot longer than the Warrior Nano. Okay, they both kind of step down a bit. Let me try again. Okay, I think Olight does a great job in managing the heat of their flashlights as well. They do step down fairly quickly, but you still get up to a minute of sustained output on the higher modes. Okay, so both of these have pretty much stepped down now. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab the Warrior 3S. Warrior 3S, jeez, look at that. Wow, oh, there's moths flying around all around me, sorry. Look at that. That is incredible. SFT70. Let me get the Warrior Mini 3. It's like, it's brighter than the Warrior Mini 3. Even though the hotspot is larger, it's throwing further. It's kind of like just having a Warrior Mini 3 that with a larger hotspot. You know? Warrior 3S here. Warrior Mini 3, 3S, Mini 3. Let's just see how these go, because they do step down, and I think the you know, the Warrior Mini 3 also is going to step down a little bit faster because I've just been using it. Okay, but these lights again, they are quite different in size. You know, you're talking about 21-700 and 18-650 profile. Okay, and I don't tend to carry around 21-700 cell lights to EDC, but you just can't beat that. Look at that performance there, amazing.
overall power, I mean, if you just want the one that produces the most light, has the largest hotspot, Warrior 3S. Okay, but the Warrior Mini 3 really does compete